So the fourth week of this war is ending and the fifth week is starting. Trump is maniacally dancing on the balcony, addressing his groupies, talking about how great he is himself, and having a couple of minions come in and pay homage to him before he flies off to his golf course in Mar-a-Lago. This while he is sending 10,000 more Americans in harm's way for some uncertain objective. As I've been saying all along, Israel will not permit America to de-escalate. And what do we see? We see a terrible escalation, with Israel hitting areas of Iran that have some indication are nuclear sites, in the sense of they're water related or something else related to nuclear development. So IAEA is saying there's no radiation, but is warning Israel to stop it. In addition, steel plants have been hit. So after oil, steel is one of the largest exports of Iran. So Trump may say whatever he wants to about giving a pause on hitting power plants or whatever, but Israel will make sure that there is no de-escalation. Been saying that from day one, and I think that is where we're going. Next, we will see assassination attempts on individuals that America seems to be indicating that it's talking to. So we are in a very dangerous situation. We have a complete rogue state that cannot be reined in, that has been provided enough horrendous weaponry by America using our taxpayer money to create hell and destruction upon the people of Iran and upon the people of Lebanon, and to destroy the world economy. Our taxpayer money is literally going to destroy our lives. That's what it's being used for. Marco Rubio is in the G7 meeting in France and is saying that this war is going to take 2 to 4 weeks and ground troops are not going to be needed. 2 to 4 weeks? What does he think is going to happen to the world economy in that time? What does he think could possibly happen via escalation, by way of escalation in that time? Marco Rubio, who's been largely absent from this war, is now saying Iran is the most evil thing in the region. Okay, but if you go country by country and look at the track record, you may come up with a different conclusion. Saudi Arabia, arming and funding every right-wing religious extremist group they can find, or they can foster, or they can germinate in a petri dish. UAE, right now complicit in genocide in the Sudan, where their preferred militia is pillaging and raping and burning and looting wherever they can in the Sudan. Let's not forget, the Saudis starved the Yemenis. They blockaded Yemen from food and medicine. And for days and days, we saw starving skeletal children in Yemen. How can we forget? That was all courtesy of Saudi Arabia. Then we have Syria, We have Mr. Al-Qaeda himself at the helm, now in a suit, with all the Gulf countries and the Western leaders, kowtowing to him and feting him in their palaces and in their offices and in their conferences and all of that. He's reformed. And then there's Bahrain, that can't get enough of torturing, maiming, killing its Shia population. You know what? At one point, Bahrain told Pakistan to send workers and send policemen to Bahrain, and they specifically wrote, do not send anyone who is Shia. Specifically. Yes. Then there was Jordan, the king of Jordan, who warned the world about the danger of the Shia crescent rising. Shia crescent rising? This kind of sectarian talk has been coming out of the mouths of these tin pots for years. But sure, Iran is the most dangerous regime. Israel has murdered over 70,000 people. Don't take it from me, take it from Israel. They're saying they've murdered. They may not use the word murder, but yeah. They're admitting that the IDF has killed more than 70,000 people that we know of, 20,000 children that we know of. It's the largest graveyard in the world, with bodies still buried under the rubble. What are they doing in the West Bank? What are they doing in Lebanon? But sure, Mr. Rubio, Iran is the most evil. But they have to use these terms. They have to. They use the exact same words for Iraq that they're now using for Iran. Every enemy that they create has to be the most evil, the most nefarious, almost as if those people and anybody who is from those countries is not human. So Mr. Rubio is indulging in similar language. So the 5th week is beginning, and we are seeing only escalation. The Prime Minister of Pakistan addressed his nation today, and it was a very sober and slow-speaking speech, but it gave me a chill up my spine, because there was nothing triumphant or confident in the sense there wasn't any triumphalism. He basically told us that things are really bad on an international level, that things probably haven't been this bad in a very long time, that we are in a very grave moment in this world right now. They would know. Pakistani intelligence is also doing its work. It is Pakistan's neighborhood. Pakistan shares a very long border with Iran. So he told us what a dangerous moment the world is in. And then, of course, he talked about the economy and that he would not be raising fuel prices to burden people, even though he's being told to do it. And he's asking Pakistanis to cooperate and just think twice before they use their motorcycle or their car or whatever, and to really help Pakistan by being cautious about expenditures and use of petrol, but that he is not going to raise prices and burden the people of Pakistan. And that they had already made provisions, and in that way the public should have confidence. However, talking about the situation at the international level really gave me chills up my spine. So despite Pakistan's best efforts, it's not de-escalating. And I'm sure after the attacks that we have seen, I'm sure the likes of the Prime Minister of Pakistan are even more afraid of what is going on. I wish everybody a good weekend, and let us see what the weekend brings.